Yo, what's good though? Jameer Wade, aka J Wade 260. Do a lot of streaming. Make sure you check me out. Twitch.tv /J Wade 260. Right now I'm kind of on and off, but about a week or so I'll be back to streaming every day. But anyways, so I kind of have a little debate here, and I want to ask you guys about this. My brother, he had came over, I believe Sunday or so, and we have our normal talks and stuff. We talk sports and all that, all the good stuff. And we got on the subject of Russell Westbrook, and it got a little heated because he thinks that Russell Westbrook gets a pass for shooting over 29, 30 times a game and stuff, and that it's okay for him to do that. I'm from the old school. I don't believe in your point guard or any player for that matter, shooting over 29 or 30 times. That's inefficient basketball. And, from a sport that's all about team basketball, not only does it contradict the very essence of the sport, I believe that's the very recipe of losing just about all your games, unless that player is just absolutely on and super efficient. And I have a couple stats, though, for you guys. So, just to look at some of the games, that Russell Westbrook had. And yeah, I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, but he had triple doubles though. He was getting a lot of assists and boards and all that stuff." No, the man was simply stat stuffing. And don't get me wrong, I know I sound like a hater and all that stuff. Oh, he doesn't like Russell Westbrook, but truth be told is, I've always been a big fan of his. I was one of the very few actually uh, who actually believed in him when everybody was saying, "Oh, he's shooting way too much. Give the ball to Kevin Durant." But anyways, I'm gonna just say this though: in those games, we're just gonna talk strictly last season, where he shot 43 times, 38 times, 36 times, 32, 31, yada yada yada. But in those games, I'm just gonna say this: since January 28th, there were 13 games from January 28th to the end of the season where he shot over 29 times, and he went for a resounding 3 for 10 in wins. 3 wins out of 13 games. That that proves my point. Like, I don't care, how athletic he is, and he's one of the freakish, athletic players that this league has probably ever seen at the point guard position. But if you don't play team basketball, you're gonna lose. Period. You might have your 1 or 2 games where you go off, but you can't consistently do that because people are gonna scheme and coach around that. Say, oh well, we're gonna let him shoot this many amount of times. He can do that as long as we shut everybody else down. We'll be fine. And I know what you guys are gonna say. Oh, but he didn't have any teammates. They don't. They can't shoot the ball. Let me give you some more numbers. 56%, 54%, 45%, 42%. Now those first three, matter of fact, all four of those are starting five on Oklahoma City. Those first three are not Russell Westbrook. The 42% is Westbrook. 56% is from Cantor. 54% is from Adams, and 45% is from Robertson. And you had Deion Waiters that had 39%. It's not spectacular, but it's still a team game. And you mean to tell me you got Cantor shooting 56% and Adams 54% and Robertson shooting 45%, all better than Westbrook's. Now I know you're going to say because he shot so many times, so naturally his shooting average is going down. Well, that's I mean, and you can't even blame Westbrook. Who you can blame is, and the reason why he got fired is the coach. I've been saying this long before, years and years before anyone even noticed it. Their coach, what's it, Scott Brooks. They really let him do anything that he wanted to, told him, hey, as long as you score points and you do whatever, you stat stuff, you do whatever you want to, and that's not a recipe for winning. I'm not going to get into the coaching and all that stuff. We'll say that for another debate. But when you're letting Westbrook and Kevin Durant play iso ball, you're not involving other teammates. You're not going to go very far. Period. So let me know what you guys think, man. I can throw some other stats, some other numbers around, but like I said, 3 for 10 in wins when Westbrook is shooting at least 29 shots or more. That says it right there. It's still a team game, no matter how evolved the game is. How much 3-point shooting and all that stuff. You still got to play within your team. So let me know comments. I want to hear from everyone. Anyone, my viewers, my mods, complete strangers that just happen to see Westbrook and say, "Oh man, he sounds like a typical hater." I want to hear your opinions. Let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely comment back because I want to hear from all you guys, man. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's just my little debate, something I want to try, and who knows if it booms, if you guys like it, we'll keep going. So have a good night. You're